I wake up every morning before my alarm because fear doesn't let me sleep. I am an executive assistant, but most days I feel like a shadow glued to the wall. My name barely matters here. What matters is her name. Mr. Kong, the report, Han Seo-yun says without looking up. I slide the file onto her desk. It's done, CEO Han. She flips through the pages, nods once, and pushes it aside. No thank you. No pause. Just silence. Park Min-jae leans toward me from the next desk. Did she even blink this time? No, I whisper. He sighs. That's a new record. Seo-yun walks past us in heels that sound like judgment. Everyone straightens. Phones go down. Voices die. She never looks down at people like us. Her eyes stay forward, cold, sharp, unreachable. Coffee, she says suddenly. I already have it ready. 2 sugars. No foam. She takes it and walks away. Min-jae mutters, "You're basically invisible." I smile, but it hurts. I work late nights. I fix mistakes that aren't mine. I clean messes made by people who earn 10 times my salary. Still, she never remembers my name. To her, I am just assistant. Later that day, Choi Eun-kyung from HR stops by my desk. "Kong, quick word." I stand. "Yes, ma'am." She lowers her voice. "I heard you stayed past midnight again." "It's fine," I say. She shakes her head. "Be careful." CEO Han rewards silence, not loyalty. I ask, "Is that advice?" "It's survival," she replies. The meeting room fills up fast that afternoon. Lee Jun-ho, the CFO, sits across from me and smirks. Assistants shouldn't sit this close to the table. I pull my chair back. "Understood." He smiles wider. "Good. Know your place." Seo-yun enters, and the room freezes. "Let's begin," she says. Halfway through the meeting, she drops a line that makes my chest tighten. "We'll be taking a private company trip next week." Min-jae whispers, "Trip?" Seo-yun continues, "Only essential staff. No questions." Her eyes flick toward me for half a second. My stomach twists. I don't know why, but something feels wrong. After the meeting, Min-jae grabs my arm. "You're going, right?" "I think so," I say. He laughs nervously. Good luck surviving alone with her. I don't laugh. I pack my bag slowly, listening to the office empty out around me. Seo-yun's door stays closed. No instructions. No explanation. Lee Jun-ho passes by and says quietly, "Careful on that trip. Accidents happen." I freeze. "What do you mean?" He chuckles. "Nothing. Just advice." That night, Min-jae texts me. "Bro, you okay?" I reply, "I don't know." I lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying her voice in my head. Cold. Calm. Final. I tell myself it's just another task, another demand. Still, my chest feels heavy. The woman who never looked down finally noticed me today, and I can't decide if that scares me more than being invisible. For the first time, I feel like this job is about to break me or change everything. I hate flying, but I hate disappointing people more. That's why I board the private jet without complaint, clutching my tablet like it can protect me. Han Seo-yun sits across from me, legs crossed, eyes on her phone. "Did you confirm the schedule?" she asks. "Yes, CEO Han. Meetings in Singapore, then Jakarta." She nods. "You'll stay available." I always am. Park Min-jae leans in from the aisle. "First time on a private jet, huh?" "Don't jinx it," I whisper. The engines roar louder than expected. Rain slams the windows like fists. Turbulence hits hard. A flight attendant says, "Please remain seated." Seo-yun finally looks up. "What's happening?" "I'll check," I say, standing too fast. The plane drops. People scream. Min-jae grabs my arm. "Gang!" The lights flicker. Oxygen masks fall. "Put it on," someone yells. The pilot's voice cracks over the speaker. "We're experiencing engine failure." Seo-yun grips my sleeve. "Gang, Kong Hyun-woo." It's the first time she says my full name. Her hand is shaking. "We're going to be fine," I lie. The plane tilts violently. My stomach rises into my throat. Water fills the windows. Someone prays. Someone cries. "Brace!" the pilot shouts. The impact is brutal. Metal screams. My head slams forward. Everything goes dark. When I wake up, my mouth tastes like salt and blood. Waves crash nearby. I cough and roll onto wet sand. Seo Yun. I shout. She stirs a few feet away, soaked, hair tangled, eyes wide with fear. Hyunwoo. I crawl to her. You're alive. So are you. Her voice is small. I look around. No plane. No people. Just wreckage and endless ocean. Where's Min-jae? I ask. She shakes her head. I don't know. I stagger to my feet. Anyone? Hello. Only wind answers. Seo Yun pulls out her phone. Taps it. Frowns. No signal. She tries again. Then again. Her hands tremble. There's nothing, I say. She stares at the screen like it betrayed her. This can't be happening. We need to stay calm. She laughs once, sharp and broken. Calm? Do you know who I am? Yes, I say quietly. But that doesn't matter here. She opens her mouth, then closes it. The island is silent except for waves. She hugs her knees, staring at the ocean. They'll come for us, right? I don't know, I admit. She flinches. You're supposed to know. I'm just a man who survived, I say. She exhales slowly. I don't hear helicopters. Neither do I. She presses her phone to her chest. My board. My investors. They'll panic. Phones don't work here, I repeat. Her jaw tightens. Everything works because I make it work. I pick up a piece of wreckage. Not this. She watches me, eyes sharp but lost. You're calm. I'm scared, I say. I just don't have time to show it. She laughs weakly. I've never been scared like this. I tear fabric from my sleeve. Your arm is bleeding. Don't touch me. She snaps, then stops. Sorry. Please. I wrap the cloth gently. She winces, but doesn't pull away. Thank you, she says. The word feels heavier than the crash. Night starts to fall. The wind grows colder. She shivers. We need shelter, I say. I look at the darkening sky and then back at her face. The Ice Queen is gone. In her place is a woman waiting for an answer, breathing hard, trusting me without titles, money, or power. For the first time, she is not in control. She nods, then whispers, almost to herself, what do we do now? Morning comes with hunger, not sunlight. My stomach hurts first. Seo Yun's voice comes second. We need help, she says. Someone will come. I shake my head. Not today. She frowns. You don't know that. I know water comes before hope. She watches me walk toward the trees. Where are you going? To live, I say. I dig into the sand until my fingers burn. See this? She crouches. It's just dirt. It's damp, I reply. Fresh water runs nearby. Her eyes widen. You learned this where? I didn't grow up rich. She stands back as I dig deeper. Water pools slowly. You expect me to drink that? She asks. Or don't? I say. Your choice. She hesitates, then sips. Her shoulders drop. It works. I nod. Everything works if you respect it. Later, I strike stones until sparks catch dry leaves. Seo Yun jumps. Fire. Stay back. She crosses her arms. Don't order me. I look up. Then don't burn. She steps back without arguing. We sit near the fire. Her stomach growls. I'm hungry, she says quietly. There are crabs by the rocks. I don't eat animals like that. You eat what survives. I answer. She snaps. You don't talk to me like this. I stare at her. Out here, you're not my boss. Her mouth opens. Closes. She looks around at the ocean. I forgot. Good, I say. Remember faster. She turns away, angry tears shining. Minutes pass. I can't do this, she says. I don't know how. Then watch. I reply. I show her how to break shells, how to test fruit, how to stack palm leaves. Her hands shake. This is stupid. Then stops shaking. She glares. You're enjoying this. I pause. No, I'm surviving. She drops a leaf. I give orders. People listen. Not here. She sinks onto the sand. I don't know who I am without that. You sit beside her. Neither did I once. She looks at me. You're different. I always was. You just never noticed. She swallows. I'm scared. So am I. She laughs weakly. You don't sound like it. I learned to hide it. Night falls again. Wind picks up. Can you build something? She asks. Yes. Will you? Her voice is softer. I nod. Help me. She hesitates. Tell me how. I show her knots. She messes up. Tries again. Like this, she asks. Better. She exhales. Thank you. The word lands heavier than firewood. Later, she hands me a piece of crab meat. You eat first. I look at her. What? You know what you're doing. I accept it. That's trust. She looks away. Don't get used to it. I lie awake listening to waves. Seo Yun speaks into the dark. I don't know how to survive without power. I answer honestly. I don't know how to stop surviving. She turns toward me. Do you hate me? I think of long nights, silent, thankless work. I don't know yet. She whispers, if we get out of here. I interrupt. Sleep. She obeys. For the first time in my life, someone powerful waits for my decisions. It should feel good. Instead, it feels dangerous. Because somewhere between fire and fear, I realize I don't just have her life in my hands. I have a choice. The storm comes without warning. Wind screams through the trees, and rain slams the shelter like fists. Stay close, I say. Seo Yun crawls inside, soaked and shaking. This is insane. Sit down, I tell her. She hesitates. Don't talk to me like. Her voice breaks. She stops. Thunder crashes overhead. She flinches and grips my arm. Seo Yun, I say, steady. Breathe. I can't, she whispers. I really can't. She pulls her knees to her chest. Rain leaks through the roof. I adjust the leaves. Why are you calm? She asks. I'm not. I reply. I'm focused. She laughs suddenly, sharp and ugly. I built billion-one deals. I crushed grown men in boardrooms. And I can't survive rain. I don't answer. She says, say something. What do you want me to say? She stares at the ground. That I'm not useless. Silence stretches. I was betrayed, she says quietly. Before I became this. I look at her. By who? Everyone I trusted, she answers. My father. My mentor. The man I loved. She wipes her face. They smiled while they took everything. Thunder shakes the shelter. So, I learned, she continues. Never bend. Never soften. Never need. She looks at me. Cold keeps you alive. I say, not here. She nods slowly. I know. Her stomach growls. She glances at the food bag, then at me. May I eat? She asks. The words hit harder than the storm. Yes, I say. She reaches in, then stops. How much? Enough. She takes a small piece and whispers, thank you. Later, she pulls off her watch and holds it out. This won't matter here. I hesitate. Keep it. She shakes her head. I don't want it anymore. I take it. The weight feels wrong in my hand. She says, I never apologized before. You still haven't, I reply. Her voice trembles. I'm sorry. For treating you like air. For not seeing you. I don't say anything. She swallows. You don't have to forgive me. I won't, I say honestly. She nods, accepting it. The storm grows louder. She inches closer. Is it okay if I sit here? She asks. Yes. She leans against the wall, careful not to touch me. I don't recognize myself, she says. I ask permission now. That's called respect, I reply. She lets out a slow breath. I thought power meant control. And now, it means nothing, she says. She looks at me in the dark. What do you want from me? The question scares me. I don't know, I answer. She whispers, I like who I am here. I close my eyes. That makes one of us. She laughs softly. You're cruel. No, I say. I'm honest. The rain slows. She speaks again, barely audible. If we survive, I won't forget this. I open my eyes. You already forgot once. She goes quiet. Minutes pass. Then she says, I'm scared to sleep. Then don't. I reply, will you stay awake? Yes. She exhales. Thank you. I stare into the darkness, listening to her breathing even out. Something inside me twists. I like this version of her. The broken one. The real one. The thought disgusts me. Because power didn't just shift tonight. It tempted me. The sound of the helicopter feels unreal. I stare up and think I'm hallucinating. Over here. I shout. Seo Yun grabs my arm. They found us. Rescue workers pull us up. Someone wraps a blanket around her shoulders. Are you injured? A man asks. She answers calmly. No. No look. No word from me. On the flight back, she sits across from me, silent. Her posture is straight again. Her face is closed. I say softly, we survived. She nods. Yes. That's all. Back in Korea, cameras flash. Reporters shout questions. Seo Yun steps forward like nothing ever happened. Seo Han, how does it feel to be back? Someone yells. She smiles. I'm grateful. I stand behind her, invisible again. The office feels colder than the island. On my first day back, HR calls me in. Choi Eun-kyung avoids my eyes. There's been a restructuring. I ask what kind. She slides a paper across the desk. Your position has changed. Change how? You'll be assisting a department manager, she says quietly. I laugh once. I was the CEO's assistant. She whispers, please don't make this harder. I walk out numb. Lee Junho stops me near the elevator. Surprised, I say nothing. He smirks. You really thought the island made you special? You weren't there, I reply. He leans closer. Exactly. She came back alone. Powerful. Clean. My fists clench. She remembers. He chuckles. Of course she does. She just chose better. Later, I see Seo Yun in the hallway. She passes me without stopping. Seo Yun, I say. She pauses. Slowly. Turns. Yes. Her tone is formal. We should talk. About work? She asks. About us, I say. Her eyes harden. There is no us. My chest tightens. You asked me to stay awake for you. She lowers her voice. That was survival. You apologized. She nods once. I did. Did it mean anything? She looks around. This isn't appropriate. I whisper. You promised you wouldn't forget. She steps closer. And I didn't. I learned. Learn what? I ask. That power is fragile, she replies. And I won't lose it again. She walks away. I stand there shaking. At my new desk, Min Jae stares at me. What happened to you? I sit down. I happened. He swallows. That's messed up. I laugh bitterly. She survived the island. I didn't. That night, I can't sleep. I replay her voice in the dark. Calm. Cold. Distant. The crash broke my body. This broke my faith. The next day, Lee Junho drops a file on my desk. Make copies. I look up. I don't work for you. He smiles. You work for whoever she allows. I whisper. She used me. He shrugs. You let her. That's when something inside me snaps. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just clean. I stand up. I'm done. He laughs. With what? With believing silence means loyalty, I say. He waves me off. Good luck. I walk toward the exit. No one stops me. As the doors close, I finally understand. The island didn't take my power. She did. And that betrayal hurts worse than drowning. I place my resignation letter on the desk before anyone could stop me. Min Jae stares at it. You're joking. I'm not. I say. You survived a plane crash, he says. You survived her. And you're quitting. I didn't survive her, I reply. I learned from her. Choi Eun-kyung rushes in. Kong, wait. CEO Han wants a private meeting. I shake my head. Tell her no. Eun-kyung freezes. You can't refuse her. I just did. Min Jae lowers his voice. She's calling right now. My phone buzzes. Seo Yun's name fills the screen. I turn it face down. Eun-kyung whispers, do you know what you're doing? Yes, I say. For the first time. I walk out before fear can catch me. That night, Min Jae calls. What's your plan? I don't have one. I answer. I just know what I won't do. Which is? Beg. Silence follows. The next week, rumors start moving. Quiet ones. Careful ones. The kind Seo Yun taught us to use. A former vendor calls me. You worked with the CEO, right? Yes. He hesitates. Some numbers don't match. I say nothing. He continues. Junho approved them. I hang up and breathe slowly. Another call. Another question. Another mistake. Seo Yun emails me. Subject line, we need to talk. I delete it. Min Jae meets me for coffee. People are asking about you. Let them. She's losing allies, he says. I know. Ow. I watched you talk too much on the island. I reply. Fear makes people honest. He leans back. You planned this. No, I say. I remembered. Eun-kyung calls me late. Did you leak anything? No. Then how? Truth spreads when silence stops. I answer. She exhales. Junho messed up again. What did he do? Blamed the wrong department. I smile faintly. He always does. Days pass. Seo Yun's name disappears from meetings. Junho's voice gets louder. Desperate, Seo Yun finally confronts me outside my apartment. Why won't you meet me? She asks. I already did, I say. When? She snaps. On the island. Her face tightens. This isn't fair. I reply calmly. Neither was my demotion. She steps closer. Are you doing this to hurt me? No, I say. I'm doing nothing. She whispers. You're punishing me. I shake my head. I'm choosing myself. She looks away. You could help me. I did, I answer. I showed you how power really works. Her phone rings. She answers. Her voice changes. I'll handle it, she says sharply, then hangs up. She looks at me. You're enjoying this. I say, I'm finally breathing. She swallows. You think karma is real? I think actions remember us, I reply. She steps back. You've changed. Yes, I say. So did you. Just not enough. She leaves without another word. Weeks later, Min Jae texts me. Board investigation opened. I stare at the screen, calm. I didn't chase revenge. I didn't expose secrets loudly. I simply stopped protecting people who never protected me. That choice feels heavier than anger, but also feels clean. The power shift doesn't announce itself. It just happens. And this time I let it. I hear about the investigation before it becomes public. Min Jae calls me early. It's real now, he says. Board level. I answer about time. They're suspending people, he continues. Meetings canceled. Phones off. I sit quietly. In her. He hesitates. She's alone. News breaks the same afternoon. Headlines are careful, polite, sharp. Allegations. Internal review. Leadership uncertainty. I don't feel joy. I feel distance. That night, someone knocks on my door. I open it and see Seo Yun standing there. No makeup, no heels, no armor. Can I come in? She asks. I step aside. She looks around my small apartment. You live simply. I sleep well. I reply. She nods slowly. I remember nights when neither of us slept. You asked me to stay awake, I say. She winces. I know. She sits. Her hands shake. Junho turned on me. Of course he did. He gave them everything, she whispers. Blamed me. I don't respond. She looks up. Say something. What do you want me to say? That you understand, she says. That this isn't who I am. I meet her eyes. It is who you chose to be. She swallows. I thought control would protect me. Control isolates. I answer. She laughs bitterly. You sound like me. I learned from watching you fall. I say. Silence stretches. She whispers. I need help. I lean back. With what? Stopping this, she says. Saving what's left. I ask. And if I help, what do I get? She hesitates. Whatever you want. I shake my head. You still don't get it. Her voice cracks. I don't know how to survive this. I say calmly. You taught me that power forgets people. She stands abruptly. I never meant to hurt you. I remain seated. Intent doesn't erase damage. She looks at the floor. I miss the island. The words hit harder than accusations. You were real there, she continues. So was I. You were honest, I say, because you were powerless. She whispers, I trusted you. And then you left me. I reply. Tears fill her eyes. I was afraid. So was I say. I just didn't abandon anyone. She steps closer. Please, just this once. I stand now. No. She flinches. You hate me. I answer no. I understand you. She wipes her face. Then why won't you help? Because you chose power, I say softly. And I chose myself. The words hang between us. She nods slowly. You finally said it. I needed to hear it out loud. I reply. Her phone buzzes. She ignores it. They're voting tomorrow, she says. I'll lose. I know. She asks, does it feel good? I think for a moment. It feels finished. She exhales, long and shaky. I wish I had chosen differently. I say, so do I. She moves toward the door. Pauses. On the island, you saved me. I answer, you saved yourself. I just didn't stop you. She opens the door. Goodbye. Goodbye, Seo Yun. She leaves without looking back. The next day, her resignation is announced. Junho disappears from the company 2 weeks later. Min Jae texts me. It's over. I stare at the city lights and feel nothing explode inside me. No victory speech. No revenge smile. Just truth, arriving late but complete. I didn't push the throne. I just stepped away and let gravity finish the job. The news breaks on a quiet morning. CEO Han Seo-yun has officially resigned, the anchor says. I turn off the TV. Min-jae texts me. It's done. I reply, I know. An hour later, I get a message I don't expect. Can we meet? Just once. I stare at the screen, then type back. Coffee shop near the river. 1 hour. She's already there when I arrive. No assistants. No drivers. No shield. She stands when she sees me. Thank you for coming. I sit across from her. Say what you need to say. She nods slowly. I won't defend myself. I don't interrupt. She says, I ruined my own name. Yes, I reply. I chose power every time, she continues. Even when it cost people. I look at her hands. They're empty. She swallows. Including you. Silence stretches between us. She says, I'm sorry. No explanations. No excuses. Just the words. I breathe in. I believe you. Her eyes fill. That's it. That's enough. I say. She reaches in her bag and pulls out the watch. The one she gave me on the island. You kept it. I say. I try to give it back before, she replies. You walked away. I take it and place it on the table. I don't need it anymore. She blinks. It mattered to me. I know, I say. That's why I'm returning it. Her voice shakes. I thought forgiveness meant you'd come back. I meet her eyes. Forgiveness isn't reunion. She nods slowly. I was afraid you'd say that. I was afraid you wouldn't understand. I reply. She looks out the window. Everything feels quiet now. It does, I say. Too quiet, she adds. That's what peace sounds like, I answer. She turns back to me. Do you hate me? I think carefully. No. Do you still care? Yes, I say honestly. Just not in a way that hurts me. She smiles sadly. You're stronger than me. I shake my head. I just stopped kneeling. She exhales. On the island, I needed you. And in the office, I say, you erased me. She nods. I know. We sit in silence again. No tension. No roles. She stands first. This is goodbye, isn't it? Yes, I reply. She bows her head slightly. I hope you live well. I will, I say. She hesitates. I'm glad you survived. So am I. I answer. She walks toward the door, then pauses. If we met again, somewhere else, I interrupt gently. We won't. She closes her eyes, then nods. Thank you for telling me the truth. You taught me how, I say. She leaves without looking back. I sit there a moment longer, then stand and walk outside. The river moves steadily, unconcerned. I feel lighter. Forgiveness didn't bring her back. It brought me forward. I slip the watch into my pocket, then stop, turn around, and toss it into the river. The water swallows it without a sound. I walk away free. Not rescued. Not saved. Just finally my own. My mornings are quiet now. Min-jae calls sometimes. You still waking up early? Yes, I tell him. Just not afraid anymore. He laughs. That suits you. I work for myself. No title. No corner office. Just work that ends when the sun goes down. Eun-kyung visits one afternoon. You look different. I feel different. She studies me. Lighter. I nod. I stop carrying other people's weight. She smiles. I wish I had learned that sooner. So do I reply. We talk about nothing important. That matters. Some nights, I dream of waves and fire. I wake up calm. I tell myself, you're safe. And I believe it. People still ask about Seo-yun. Do you miss her? Min-jae once asked. I answered honestly. I remember her. That's not the same, he said. No, I agreed. It's better. Memory doesn't hurt when resentment leaves. One evening, I sit by the river again. A stranger beside me says, nice watch. I look at my bare wrist. I don't wear one anymore. He shrugs. Must be nice not worrying about time. I smile. It is. I think about the island sometimes. The hunger, the fear, the silence. I remember her voice in the dark. What do we do now? Back then, I didn't know. Now I do. I meet Min-jae for dinner. You regret walking away? He asks. No, I say. Not even a little. I regret staying too long. I answer. He raises his glass. To survival. I correct him. To self-respect. He nods. That too. Later, my phone buzzes with a message from an unknown number. I hope you're well. No name. No signature. I don't reply. I don't need to. I learned something on that island. Power strips people down. Silence reveals truth. Seo Yun didn't become weak there. She became honest. So did I. The difference is, I stayed that way. A young man at a cafe once asks me, "How do you know when to leave?" I think for a moment. When staying costs you yourself. He nods slowly, like he understands. Maybe he will one day. I walk home as the sky darkens. I say out loud, "You did good." No one hears me. That's okay. I used to think survival meant enduring pain. I was wrong. Survival means choosing yourself, even when it's lonely. Especially then. I don't hate Seo Yun. I don't love her either. She's a chapter that closed when it taught me what I needed to learn. The island didn't break us. It showed us who she was without power, who I was without permission. I open my door, step inside, and lock it behind me. Not to keep danger out, but to keep peace in. I survived more than an island. I survived erasure. And this time, I didn't need rescue. I needed courage. That was enough.